Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, May 25th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. It's been a long time now since number 23, His Airness Michael Jeffrey Jordan, was lighting up the streets of Chicago as the most electric man in sports. But 6 weeks from now, bodybuilding fans out in the Windy City will get their first chance to see one of our sport's newest superstars light up the famous Chicago skyline when Sergio Oliva Jr. makes his season debut on the Chicago Pro stage. Last week, the second-year phenom let the world know that he was planning to bring his talents to the stage for the first time this year, 6 weeks from now, to an event that's suddenly shaping up to be one of the biggest smashes of the summer. I think you probably have to go back to Big Ramy a few years ago to find someone who had this sort of buzz heading into their second show. But if Oliva comes out and delivers another signature performance, the level of excitement heading into the 2018 Olympia will certainly rise to a whole new level. They say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. And if you're 1 week away from walking onto a bodybuilding stage for the first time in nearly 4 years, like Antoine Valley is, I bet your heart is probably feeling pretty damn fond. On Monday, Antoine released his latest update just 12 days out from making his big comeback on the Toronto Pro stage, where you know one of the old fan favorites will have plenty of people in the building rooting for his comeback. By all accounts, Valley is back in a good space both physically and mentally these days, and there would definitely be a little bit of poetic justice in the air if he can pull it all together and figure out a way to walk out of there with a top 5 finish. One of the big events circled on this weekend's bodybuilding calendar is going down on the West Coast at John Lindsay's annual IFBB Cal Pro. So if you're still in the market for a late dark horse to throw your money on less than 24 hours out, second-year standout Rafael Brandao might not be a bad place to start. 6 days removed from laying down a brilliant sixth-place effort at the New York Pro, Brandao is heading into the Cal looking to show the world that what we saw in New York was only an appetizer. The updates we saw coming out of his camp 48 hours post-show were about as insane as it gets. So if he can be anything close to that tomorrow night, I have a hard time believing that he won't be a serious contender for the win once all the smoke finally clears. Speaking of athletes making that long New York to California flight this week, apparently veteran big man Dorian Haywood also has plans to make his way out to Culver City this weekend. Rumor has it that Haywood and his team are looking to hit their third contest of the season out in Cali, where they'll face off against another lineup that seems like it's loaded with killers from top to bottom. Even though what he brought to New York wasn't his best, he was still close enough that it would take a few small adjustments to completely flip the script this time around. So if he and his team can get it all working, I don't think a top 6 finish is completely out of the question. There are usually a few times a season in every sport where you see an athlete hitting their stride to the point where you can just feel that they're about to do something major. And I don't know if Charles Griffin is at that point quite yet, but he's definitely got to be getting close. Wednesday night, the Griffin camp released a couple of insane new progress photos that show the third-year pro looking like something straight out of one of those new Marvel movies. At this point, we still have yet to hear word about where the next stop on the 2018 tour might leave him. But if he comes in running hot like this, you can be damn sure that it won't take long before everyone finds out firsthand how good this guy has the potential to be when he's got it all working. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.